what I'm really excited for in the next couple chapters, obviously I want to see like the, big monster fight that's coming up. We got Ongyoki against the Senju Doji character, but obviously this character is going to have a lot of lore potential, a lot of stuff in the background of characters, well, I don't think characters, I guess you could consider characters if Yayoi is somehow bundled into Iori's backstory, because clearly this is going to be something really big into his past and tying into his motivations. But for now, I just want to see what more about Iori's character, maybe just like a glimpse in the next chapter. Probably the fight starts out. I don't imagine we'll just get the full backstory all of a sudden, but I'm hoping that like right before the fight starts, we just get like a page or so, like flash memory of like the first meeting between these characters, because this Sendoji character definitely has an intimidating vibe to him. Like, it starts out, you have this one beckoning hand, and it's like Kurose is like trying to talk to him and stuff, and you have Iori there, and they're just definitely in some dangerous area. I mean, this is a monster's lair essentially, going like deeper into this pit. Like, regardless of them ever running into him at this point, like once they went down those stairs, you're entering a boss room. You know what's down there. You're seeking whatever has made its lair in here already. So running into it, like you have to be on your feet and ready to run into it, essentially, at all times. So like you're meeting this character, and we're finding out a little bit about like Iori and him wanting to be normal. And then we get like a nice kind of like glimpse over what's going on with Enma, and what's going on with or was it Kenma? I can't remember exactly the guy's name off the top of my head. He's just at that kind of threshold of me remembering him. It's because he's interesting and I like his powers and stuff. Him and Riku, they're just doing their thing, training, and she's kind of harnessing her ability to kind of sense danger to keep him away from her, from keeping his phantoms. I was trying to remember him, like, it's not spirits, it's not yokai, it's phantoms. You gotta remember when it's got specifics for series. It's still new, so it hasn't fully engraved into my brain yet, but it's doing well enough, in my opinion, in terms of a story and in terms of a manga, that I am enjoying learning the characters, and I will be satisfied when I've got all of them down and got all these guys. Like, I got most of them, like Kurose, Iori, Riku, it's either Kenma or Enma, I can't remember off the top of my head. Yayoi, there's only a handful of named characters, so I think I'd still be in a pretty good spot for an early series. But while they're like talking to this, and Iori's like saying he's like questioning this character, trying to figure out like there's some suspect stuff going on with this beckoning hand, and was able to figure out that it was actually Senju Doji in disguise. Like, it was somebody completely just taking over this body, and she just opens the mouth of this and just kind of crawls her way out. You have all these spooky hands completely just wrapping all around the area and creating this ball, and then you have this bleeding flesh ball with this long-haired child floating around it. Pretty spooky. Again, I really want to find out more about this character. Just if it was just somebody in general, like, oh, this is somebody tied to the past, I think that would be, oh, cool, let's find out later. I think the fact that it's a big villain this early is what makes it so much more intriguing for the readers to kind of just see it unfold, because we're still at a point in the story, because it's only 11 chapters in, we're still at a point in the story where it's so fresh and so new that we can't really determine a lot of like story-wise events, because we don't have like a lot of kind of stuff like foreshadowing us into this, or like lots of different kind of chapter build to be like, okay, we have this happen, this happened, this happened, tie these together, and we can kind of like formulate an idea of how this is going to go. No, we're still in pretty like raw territories of the manga, so like we don't know exactly what the manga style is. What is it going to be like when we get the flashback? How is this going to turn out? Like, I don't think the only way I could see them killing Senju Doji is if the series is getting rushed and it ends. Like, if they can defeat that monster here, that just is a bad sign for the series. Whereas I think if I'm hoping rather that they're able just to kind of push it back, find out some information, and then, you know, save that boss fight for later. Because that will be a big red flag if they defeat this thing this early. It would not be a good thing at all. I don't know, like, I don't think it's had any volume sales yet. I don't think volume 1's even out. I'm just scrolling really quick to see exactly if there's like the rankings of the last chapter. I'm trying to find find the rankings of the last one online. Obviously, it's not like a 100% like if something happens, like it's like, oh well, this one didn't do great this week. It's not 100%, but it's still something you can kind of look at. I think it's still doing pretty well. Like, what's it, like number 11th? I mean, that's still fine. Hopefully it'll go up. I know people have been talking about it more, so it's still pretty fun. I thought this was a good chapter. It was definitely really short. I read through this really quickly, and there's not a lot to talk about, in my opinion. Like, it's mostly just setting up a backstory between, you know, this interaction of Senju Doji and Iori. So I look forward to the next one. Again, I didn't really have much to say on this chapter other than the hype and the potential that's kind of being constructed. But other than that, they'll comment below, thumbs up the video, prefer the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But other than that, I appreciate everybody's already subscribed. Thank you all for listening. Bye.